Ayo, welcome to episode hahaha Raymond Chen. Welcome to episode 9. He's like the best programmer in the world. If you want to know anything Windows, you go to Raymond Chen's a blog. It's called The Old New Thing. Let me just grab a link to that. devblogs.microsoft.com/old new thing, right? He has like the ultimate, whatever you want to know in Windows. He's one of the guys that built it. So if you need something, you go and you find out from him. He's got like topics, he's got tidbits for everything. So just a little tip. Look up Raymond Chen, right? Google him. You're not going to be disappointed. This is episode 9 of whatever of our series, and I think in this episode we're going to I guess tweak a little bit. I know we went through have like a when you launch the game it should be kind of full screen, and I think we want to add in the concept of lives. And I've been so tired of looking at the game code for so long that I kind of want to do fake full screen first. I remember there was a different way back in the day when I first started. There was something called change display settings where you'd actually create a pop-up window and set it up in such a way that it covered the size of the screen, or at least a portion of what you needed. Like say you had a 1024 by 768 screen and you were capable of setting 640 by 480 resolution, then you would actually do like change display settings 640 by 480 and then put your window in that space where it would be the like covering that display area. There's some weird thing like that. I don't see it for the new Windows. I'm not really sure how that's all set up or how it all fits together, but I do see that you can just do like set window pause. I did a little bit of reading before this. You can see it's a little bit late at night. I did a little bit of reading before this, so I saw that there's a way to do, I guess, just set window pause and try and set your window to topmost and cover a monitor. I also did some reading. That's why you found me on Raymond Chen's site. I want to find out how do I get a handle to a monitor. And I want to know which one is the primary monitor, because that is the worst possible thing is that you switch your game on and try and cover the monitor, but then it's the one on the side, like when you're not primary monitor, one of the like it's not cool. Because I got a second display over here, and I can actually see it right now. I use it to monitor the recording, but I got a second display over there. I don't want my game to pop up and then randomly go to that display. I want to pop up in front of me. 99% of people put their primary display in front of them because it's by default supposed to be the one that contains your start button. So if you, oh, I see I've set my start bar to go across screens. Smart me. So, I copied this thing, monitor from point 0, because Raymond Chen says that by default the primary monitor has its upper left corner at 0, 0. So I can get the monitor handle from just asking Windows, get me a monitor from this point, and then it's going to default to primary and the point is going to be 0, 0, so I can try and get the monitor that covers point 0, 0, right? So one of the first things we want to do, here's the code, let's go look at it. One of the first things we want to do is go to Kappa Blocks and then go and look at it. No, I'm getting it, CPP blocks. Go to CPP blocks and then go, I guess before we create the window, that's before we create the similarity run. We do init instance, right? In init instance we create the window. So after we have the window handle, we could call show window update and then set window pause, right? So my thought would be 100 644 8. You can actually see this. My thought would be right here that since we only do this once, right? X, we only do it once. Const point. Oh, Raymond Chen marked it const, so that the compiler does something smart with it. H monitor primary monitor equals monitor from point. I think this thing takes const. No, it just takes point to point. Okay, so that's fine. It doesn't need to be marked const, but I'll just leave the const in there. If Raymond Chen said it's const, it's const. to point 0 primary monitor, monitor from point 0. Now I have handle to the primary monitor. Now I want to change this thing to cover the primary monitor. I was on Stack Overflow and these guys said you get the monitor handle, then you create what? You create your window as a static window with a pop-up style, and then it covers the monitor. Is there maybe a different way to do this? Oh yes, the set window pause, right? Set window pause, window rex, blah blah blah. Now activate SWP frame changed. I'd like to kind of just have this thing as just the whole window, right? So most likely would be the solution here. Just create the window as a pop-up window, which doesn't have these window decorations. It doesn't have this minimize and close bar. Not too happy with that. But let's see how far we can go. I don't really have much time today. So I've got the monitor handle. Now I've got primary monitor info. Just wanna set equals Control C size of Control V size of primary monitor info. Get monitor info. Monitor handle primary monitor info. If not get monitor info, do the thing. I say let's flip it around. If we could get the primary monitor info because we got a valid handle, then try and fiddle with it, right? So my thoughts on this are we could probably they all or something doesn't look right. Save the current window if it's not, if it's not full screen, then save the current info, right? Restore, pop it up, and then we do, if it's not full screen equals full screen. Set it. So if it's not full screen, grab the window style and the X style and get the window rec. That saves the position. Full screen equals full screen, and if it is full screen, set the new style and size. So this is interesting. Set the window long to pop up. Set the window long X style to exclude the to exclude client edges and all that kind of stuff. Else, and then just maximize it. That's interesting. So I guess one of the first things is at the end just send message to my HWin to maximize it. That's the first thing. It can't be overlapped. It needs to be WS pop up. Like we'll handle the escape key or something. Primary monitor info, and if you couldn't do it, we return false. Like if you can't get this info, you can't create the window, right? So our gh_wind is going to equal, create this window in the style and size, and then do all these things inside. I'm not trying to be fancy. I'm kind of just doing a utilitarian approach right now. If you could not create the window, then obviously return false because something went catastrophically wrong. You can show the window, update the window, and then just maximize it. So what I want is, I want this thing to be WS pop-up. The location is going to be 0, 0. The width and height is going to be, does it matter? And then what I want is, if I hit the key, win to check keyboard key, like there must be like a WM key up or something value that we can get. Key down, yeah, WM key down, WM key up. Where does it go? The window that has keyboard focus receives one of the following: Alt and any key or F10, WM key down, key up if you hold the key, blah blah blah. So does that just, oh, I got like 50 server windows open. So if I do key up, where does it go? Does it just go straight to the window? wparam is the key code, and alparam is the repeat code and all that kind of thing. So I think you just handle this WM key up and that's it, right? Let's just see, we can actually see it like this. So yeah, this is our main window procedure. It's not a WM command, it's not a set cursor button up. Let's handle it here. Case Control V, break. I want to do the same thing as when I get a WM destroy. I just want to post a quit message, right? So if it's a key up event, if the key is V key escape, is the escape key VK escape, so that's virtual key code escape. So what was the wparam? If wparam equals VK escape, then post quit message, right? Nice and easy. I should say, end the game or whatever, but I think just exit immediately. There's no real, we don't save the state, we don't do anything special. So wparam is the virtual key code of the non-system key. So escape is a non-system key, right? It's not alt, it's not anything, it's just a non-system key. So that handles key up event, post a quit message. So that gives you a way to escape the game. We have a way to pause the game, we have a way to interact with it. So I think the only thing that needs to happen is we need to test out this thing. Maximize, I know for sure is supposed to just stretch the screen out as it needs to, so that should be fine. Let's just fix this formatting here. It's similar to yon. I need to add in something. I guess it's the string of 4 equals press escape to exit game, right? R4, and then that's R4 and R4. I think that's it, right? And then obviously what I wanted to do was, if I wanted to add the concept of lives, because we're running out of time. Just wanted to add in the concept of lives. So we got the similarity on, we got the similarity high. In the similarity on, we got the score, we got current state, start time, blah blah blah. I think int score and int lives. Lives is going to equal hash define the kind num lives or num default lives. I guess default lives, and to be fair, I'll give you 5 lives. You can thank me later. Let's see, where's my constructor, similar to John. Where I set the score explicitly, I want to set the lives explicitly, so I guess update the score and then handle the lives. So lives equals num default lives, right? So now we know, like, we definitely set the lives. So what we need to do is we need to say if you go off the screen, I want to reset the bricks and reset the ball. So yeah, state win or state lose. I guess we'll have to break these out into their own separate cases, because I can't have this go to state initial. I need to do some special kind of magic. So I guess this is actually, no, that's not the right way to do it. Sorry guys. Let's think about it. The correct way to do it is to actually add a dedicated state, right? Also, let's fix that formatting while I'm here. This doesn't look right to me. That should be like that. Yeah, all the breaks sit under each other. Case and breaks sit under each other, and then all of that should actually be indented by 1. But I'm just going to leave it like this. It's just closer to what I expect it to look like. I mean, the default here is incorrect. So what we should actually do, and this is something interesting, we have state initial, state countdown, state gameplay, and then we should have state pause, state win, state lose. State lose is end game actually, right? So instead of calling it state lose, we should add something called state end game. No, that's silly. You can gameplay, pause, and then you can have a state of life lost. I think that's going to be like a little bit more descriptive, right? State life lost. Yeah, sure. Control C. And then in simulation, let's just find current state equals state win. If the ball goes off the screen, I guess that's inside update. That doesn't look right. Here we go. You create the simulation and you do update and draw. Update and draw just calls update, and update just sits here and says get me the mouse click if I am in gameplay state, right? So here we go. Here's the core of this logic. Like, this is actually the whole thing. If ball dot y is greater than the simulation height, if I have lives left, I should subtract 1 life. Okay, so if the ball has gone off the bounds of the screen, right, I should, if minus lives greater than 0 is the last one, minus gives me, if it's greater than or equal to 0, the next one will just dump you out. So if minus lives greater than or equal to 0, so it'll go 3, 2, 1, 0, and then that's your last life, and then you die, right? Like you full on, you expire. If minus lives greater than or equal to 0, then current state equals state life lost, right? This kind of takes care of lives. I should do this. I shouldn't do it in the if. That's bad practice. Make it explicit, right? Lives minus. that's lives minus equal to 1, and then you check if lives. I wouldn't recommend doing an operation and a check together, because if someone says, oh, actually I want to refactor this check to be something, then it breaks, right? You expect an expression. Oh, there's an expression. So you can see my screens, my webcam's a little bit blurry today. I had to change the resolution settings because I was blending into the background too much. It was kind of triggering my OCD a little bit. I don't like it. I'll change the plugin. I think the default green screen plugin on the default green screen filter on OBS Studio is really good. But unfortunately my screen isn't like that default green screen green. So it's a difficult thing to get it exact. My lighting, as you can see, I do have a fair amount of lights up and running, so I don't really envision it to be lighting related. Maybe my screen isn't straight, maybe there's a little bit of shadow on the screen, but I think I'll just look for a different plugin or filter that does a little bit different job. Then I can go back to a high-res webcam again. It's just a normal built-in webcam in front of the screen, so I do apologize for that. But this seems to be okay. It's filtering out the big. It's flipping. It's filtering out a big proportion of my my everything, right? But you can see there's lots of noise here. I mean, it's fine. It's cool. We're not doing a game stream where I have to see every nuance of my facial expression, so I'm not too stressed about it. But it would be nice to have a little bit better image quality on the camera side of things. Lives minus if lives greater than 0, current state equals state life lost, else I'll just want to put those brackets in so it makes more sense. Else that, and I want my else to go back on the same line. If you have lives left, then current state equals state life lost, else your current state equals completely lose, right? So if in state win or state lose, do these things, right? But if you are in state life lost, break. So let's just define state life lost. Okay, state life lost break. If I'm in state life lost, when I go to state life lost, I'd like to just reset the ball position, maybe. Reset the bricks. Right? Does begin countdown cause the thing to... No, begin countdown just starts it and counts it down. It doesn't actually reset anything. So I guess, yeah, if I go to state life lost, I guess if you click it, if you're in state life lost and you click it, then it will reset. It'll just kind of show you the state. But then if you are in the state and you click it, then it does whatever, right? So if you are in state life and you click it, then before you do the countdown, reset the ball, reset the bricks, right? So just before you do this, it makes sense. It shows, oh, sorry, you lost an life here, unfortunately. And then when you click to restart, and when you click, then it goes to do all the funky action things. So where do I get the thing? Does state initial? No, state initial just gives you a way to click. Yeah, ball set values this. I don't like that, but whatever ball set value. So if you in state life lost and you click it, then I'd like to reset the ball position and then reset the bricks position. So since we are now using this, we need a function reset ball position and reset bricks, right? Let's just have that function. It'll just be a private to similarity on .h, just a utility function. So it would be good to be over here. Void reset ball position, takes no arguments, has no beef. Void reset bricks, bricks visibility. That's all it does. Reset ball position, reset bricks visibility. And however we encounter those conditions, we can just say reset the ball visibility, because this, obviously, if you look at this later, I know what it does. I can clearly see what it does. But if you don't know what it is, what does this do? It sets values on a ball. It doesn't mean anything, right? So I guess Just having the proper utility functions and function names makes the most sense. I know it adds a little bit extra flavor to the code, but I mean, sometimes we like it spicy, right? Sometimes. Not every time, just sometimes. So now wherever we see this ball set values thing, let's just copy that. Can't I do Control H? Wherever I see that, I can say reset ball position. Isn't that correct? Isn't that the function? Reset ball position, and then just to replace all, and then just put the actual code down here. So that's correct. Did it actually do the thing? I should see this somewhere where, there we go, reset ball position. Oh, look how nice that is. There should be another place that's called, yeah, reset ball position. Oh, that's lovely. And then reset bricks, right? Visibility. So you know, Control A, Control V, yeah, it finds that one, and I just want to call it reset bricks visibility. Reset bricks visibility, and then pour all that delicious flavor in there. Oh, that doesn't look right. Whatever, I'll fix that now. Oh, there we go. So reset bricks visibility gets that. Alright, I'm not gonna try and reset that, but then obviously wherever this occurs, I need to just reset bricks visibility. That's great. And then this, oh, it's broken from way up here, right? And then yeah, it's broken from way up here as well. Let's see. This, are you broken from like somewhere in the middle of nowhere? Yep, reset bricks visibility. Oh shoot, that one isn't actually reset bricks visibility. Let me just grab this again. I think my Control H doesn't handle multiple lines. Yeah, I think that's what happened. So this is just a check if there is a brick that is still, if the brick is invisible, don't throw it. Simple as that. Let's just find out what's going on here. Bricks are, yeah, this is not a reset, this is just to do things, right? So let's see, let's start up here. Let's see, we got all the walls, we got all the values, we got all the, oh, there we go, perfect. So yeah, let's just figure this out. You've gone into state life lost. I got a tiny amount of tissue in my pocket. I'm not afraid to use it. Sorry guys. You've gone into one life down. Reset the ball position, reset the bricks, and then you begin the countdown. If you are in life lost and the countdown state is there, then go to gameplay state, right? So it lets you life lost a couple of times. But then what actually needs to happen as well, so by the way, is if you are in that state, because you now have this extra state, this state should actually say hit escape to exit or click to continue playing, I guess. Yeah, it should show you how many lives you have left and then click to continue playing, right? State gameplay does nothing. State pause, state limited. Yeah, so yeah. Case that state life lost. Let's just do that because I know I'm going to be declaring strings. Let's just do that quickly. Now I'll need that. Oh. And then I know I'll need some of that deliciousness. And then I'll need some of this. I guess ss no s stud string stream ss lives left, click to continue playing, right? So that takes care of, I guess, so many lives left, click to continue playing, and it takes care of all of it, right? I don't need to do anything special. I need to say you've lost one life. You've lost one life. If instate life lost, let's just put like this. I got my. I want to do these in order so that I can kind of keep my head straight about what's going on here. So I want to do. That becomes L1 and L1, and this becomes ss.str, and this becomes ss.str. I think that kind of sorts that out. So if you do a reset, then lives go back to default. So if you reset the bricks visibility, if you are in the state lost, mouse click square equals 0, lives equal num default lives. Yeah, here we go. So let's try that out in debug mode. I really hope that escape button works. I don't wanna. Oh, did I add press escape to exit? I didn't add press escape to exit. I guess it's fine. We can show them at the beginning of things. So right off the bat, something is not exactly 100%. So I don't have any display for my lives. I have no way to show how many lives I have, right? But I can play nicely. I should change this to pop-up window, right? I should just. That's obviously not right. Congratulations, you have won. I've busted something. And that's definitely not right. Escape. Okay, escape works. This begin countdown takes me to state count. Oh, from state countdown, it just goes to state gameplay. That's correct. So something's wrong. When I hit one of these brick things, something's wrong. Oh. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is obviously wrong. The moment I hit the brick, it shouldn't do that. So okay, we're running out of time. Let's do a PowerShell. Let's do dcd repos cd how to coding ls cd that one ls cd repo cd. Oh shoot, which one is this? Is it C++ flipping plus or is the CPP? CD CPP ls similarity on .h. I see it. Okay, so CLS jet status. You can actually see similarity on .cpp. Here's a nice thing you can do. You can say jet def that, and then you can actually just go and find that piece of code that makes the most sense. So let's go find it, right? because I've broken it. This is the nice thing about source control. You can actually just go back and find the piece that you broke. So let's see. Similar to in red brush, blah blah blah. There's countdown. Here is my pedal. There's my state life loss that I've added in. I hope you guys can see this, but there's state life loss that I've added in. There's a whole bunch of stuff. That's the header file. Yeah. Reset bricks visibility. If bricks is visible, return. So that's obviously broken. So that needs to come back here. So that's the piece that's broken here. This is it. So let's just take this little dash off here. So what this is check if the bricks are broken. Yes, new stage. So for however many bricks there are, if any brick is visible, return. It means you're still full on playing, and else you are winning. Okay, so let's try that. I think one of the interesting things that I needed to do was, before I change anything, I need to get rid of that menu bar. It's just kind of fiddling a bit with my oh, there we go. LPSZ menu name is just null. Come on, put the equality signs in the same line. There's a little bit of dust on my... I'll fiddle with that later. Let's try that. Is it LPSZ menu name? Is it making the resource null, or is it just null? Okay, so there's no thing. Oh, guess what I didn't put in? Lives. I guess I could put lives on the opposite screen. We know there's only going to be 3, so once we position it correctly, it's going to be fine. So let's do that. Boom. Come on, don't immediately insta win me. I'm not botting. Oh, there we go. Score 10. Let's make score 20. I'm still not super happy with having the score there like that. I should put it over the top left of the screen, maybe give it a nice black background, but then I'd have to change the font size. Let's life loss. Let's go into that state. Let's see what happens. Right. Boom. 4 lives left. Click to continue playing. You've lost 1 life. Why are those flipped around? It doesn't matter. It should be you have lost 1 life first and then X amount of life left. There's that interesting bug. I see you guys still haven't sent me pull requests. I'm very upset about that. I kind of expected to see pull requests this week for for sorting out this bug. I actually know what to do to get rid of it. I can tell you the solution, or you can just implement it yourself, but I can definitely tell you the solution. I know exactly what to do to get rid of it. 3 lives left. Let's just... I love that it gives you this little ramp up that says 3, 2, 1, go for it. I love that ramp up. But I actually know the solution for this weird bug. I know exactly what to do, but I'm not going to tell you. I could fix it, but I don't really have that much time left. But I know exactly how to solve this bug. It is hilariously easy. So let's just check. Boom. 2 lives left. I'm just gonna go instantly to the oh, there, just instantly go to that state. Great. 1 lives left. It should go all the way down to 0, right? And then give me the opportunity to in fact, it should go all the way down to 0. Give me an opportunity to play, and then go straight back to there we go. I've lost 1 life, 0 left. Click to continue playing. That collision detection bug is actually hilariously obvious now. It's a lot more easy to see now that we've done this. Actually, I do know the fix. It's such an easy fix. I'm not gonna say it though. Sorry, you've lost, game over. Click mouse to start over. And you click the mouse, and here we go. It says move the mouse to control the pedal. Click the mouse to start. Press escape to exit the game. Epic. So we've sorted that out. There's still a bug in the collision detection. I'm not too stressed about it. Like I said, I can leave it for the readers for the viewers to go and fiddle with. It gives you a great way to jump in and kind of start and look at it and be happy about how it works, or be upset about how much I've left out. In similar to yon.cpp, what do we have? I'm thinking if I put that wall there, just to kind of put the thing there and then make it interactive, shouldn't that just kind of do the thing? Whatever, I'm not gonna stress about it. Let's just add in the lives display quickly and then kind of be done with it. Let's do scores, let's do lives. Lives stra. There was an update score thing, right? Yeah. Void update lives. Right? And it's basically gonna be a copy of update score. Yeah, update score. But it's gonna be lives, right? Update lives. Lives. Stra, and then where's update score called? Whenever your score changes, we do update score, and then whenever your lives change, we should call update lives. So yeah, wherever your lives change, we should call update lives. Well, why can't I type? Like I thought after weeks of doing this, I'd be able to type. Lives change. Yeah, updates. Update score, update lives. I think those are the only places where lives actually changes. Yeah, that's the only place where lives changes. So score rect becomes that. And lives rect becomes something else. Right? So lives rect was symmetron with the minus. So sorry, I had a sneeze. I guess minus like 80. Simulation height minus 4200. What was this? What is that? Width. That's the rightmost point of this rectangle and the bottommost point of the rectangle. And then we just draw, I guess, lives stra and lives stra size and lives rect. Let's just test it out, see if we got the lives in there. I think that was the last change I kind of want to make. Beyond that, I'm not too interested, so why don't I have live? Then I'm not to update. Here we go. Lives equals that. Let's just move these down here, right? So game state initial, update score, update lives. Score and lives can be set together because they kind of tie together the idea. Update lives, update score, control S, play. I'm very excited to kind of just sort this out and then put it out and say, you know, yeah, there we go, lives 5, but the location's a little bit too far off. Luckily there's only one place to change it. Some new live direct simulation with minus 80. It should maybe be minus 60. Not window, debugger. See, there we go. I'm happy with that. What I would do is probably measure the text. Measure this text here and kind of move it to the center. You know, there is a way to do it manually. I guess, yeah, score and lives. I'm super happy with that. I'm not happy with this collision detection bug. I guess maybe we could make another episode and address it. But the solution involves spherical chickens in a vacuum. That's hilarious. You know, the solution actually involves making the ball round. I guess that's one of the things. And then changing to a proper distance check, an actual distance check, a midpoint check. That'll kind of solve it properly, right? So it's intersection between rectangle and circle. It's a rectangle circle intersection test that's gonna solve it. It'll be way more accurate. It's gonna be a little bit slow because I guess it's gonna involve a square root operation each frame around. Is it one square root? No, 2 square root operations, isn't it? No, it's gonna involve multiple square root operations. In order for, I guess, for the game to be a little bit more playable, I guess I'd change this from like almost 200 rectangles. I'd bring it down a little bit. maybe into the, you know, the like 50, 60, and then beyond that, I guess, what else would there be? Maybe, I don't know, maybe change the simulation size a bit. I kind of like this pixelated look. It is a nice look. It's a very interesting way to handle this. It's a nice step one. I guess if, you know, if I got some time, maybe next week, then I'll probably look at changing this to, you know, rectangle, circle, intersection. I'd also probably look into caching my DC and my client rectangle that I get. It can only ever be so big. I guess that's a little bit fast operation, and then beyond that, probably just polish these colors a little bit. The wall color is such a bright red. I'd prefer if it were a kind of a dull gray, or maybe a dark gray blue. And then the little bricks that we break, I am very much leaning towards not having them that size. That color scheme is just not, it's not ideal for me. It's too green, it's too blue, and it's too yellow. I guess we can do that quickly. You know, before we leave, we can fiddle with that quickly. So these, where are these brushes? I create these brushes like manually, right? I just say like here's 5 brushes and that's it. Yeah, 32 to 55. We could probably do like 128 here instead of 255. It just halves the color intensity, right? And same thing here, 128, 128, and then 128. It just reduces that color intensity, and then the red brush that we create for the walls, I guess I can change it like as a blanket change. I could just reduce that color intensity of that red brush. So here my red brush is 255, 32, 32. It should be 128. If I remember correctly, there is a way to switch the I don't like it. That's 1 and 2. It's too dull. It's way too dull. Alright. But I'm kind of just gonna fiddle with the colors for like 10 seconds and then call it a day, right? Because I'm very happy with where we are right now. We've got a game that's fully playable. There's a little bit of a bug that works in the player's favor. It doesn't work against them. So you know, as far as inconvenience to play the game goes, like, oh, the game made it too easy for me to win. I think that's fine. Yeah, much better. Also, just not glaring. I'm happy with that. It's not exactly red, but it's peach. And I'm happy with the kind of color. So I guess the only thing I need to do is do something about the buffering. Yeah, you can see it's glitching a little bit. It's not doing anything crazy, but as you can see here where the text is, you can actually see it like glitching a little bit. It's doing this, and that is because I guess the measurement I'm getting back for the size of the window isn't coming back the same. It's maybe floating point off, floating point difference is off, so I should just cache it once and use it, I guess. Let's see. On timer you get a client rect and you get the DC and update and draw, right? This get DC, release DC is actually not the ideal way. What you should do is if you don't have a handle to the DC, then you should grab the DC, right? So HDC G HDC equals I guess you can say HDC invalid handle value, right? So yeah, you can just say HDC invalid handle value, right? That's just a normal static cost, and then if GHDC equals invalid handle value, then get it, right? GHDC equals get DC H wind. We just don't release it at all. Well, if you dump this window out, you don't actually need it. It will just release the DC automatically. So yeah, if it is invalid, get it. And same thing for rect, just change rect. And if rect is, what do we do? I guess we just set change rect equals g rect equals I guess 0 0 0 0. Let's just put the extra space in there. If width and height or right and bottom equals 0 0, because you can't have a rectangle that's 0 0, then just get the client rect, right? So if grect dot right equals 0, then oh, what happened to my typing? Just to click get client rect into that thing and grect, and then here you put grect into it, and you don't need that extra rect. It's all cached globally. Would that work though? Should work. Well, it does the thing, but it's still not doing exactly what I expected it to do. Huh. Where is that inaccuracy coming from though? I am very excited to find out where the inaccuracy is coming from, because here I've cached it. I'm saying on timer, just update and draw. Here's the rect, here's the DC, and there's the mouse. So where would that be coming from? Would it be stretch split? I guess it could be stretch split causing the inaccuracy. You can get rid of it by how would you get rid of it? Okay, I'm not gonna guess. This was me. I'll do some research on why that's doing that, but I'm super happy as always. Stay safe. What's that thing I always say? Wabba dub dub.